Hi everyone, it's Kerry from Kez's Cards here again. I'm going to do a bit of an extension on the video that I did making this little frame. Today I'm going to turn it into a card, so I've actually removed the stand from the back and we'll make the front, and there'll be a little surprise on the inside that is going to take a little bit of time. It's a little bit fiddly, so I'm not going to decorate the front. I'm just going to mat it up and then I'll spend a bit of time doing the inside for you. Okay, we'll get started. So first of all we need our matting, and I've written all the sizes down here for what you will need, so hopefully you can read that okay. We need to score the first mat, or our front piece actually. We're going to score that just at 1/2 inch and 1 inch. And that's all our scoring for today. It's a bit exciting. Right, now we'll burnish those. And I'm going to put my mats on before I actually assemble that as a card. So our first mat's going to be centered in here. Take a piece of a bit of snail. Centered as we can, and then our front piece that you will decorate however you would like. Oops, it's not playing today. So there's the front of our card done, and you can see how that's going to come together, that it's going to actually fit over the top, and then you'll be able to fold the frame back if it's wanted to stand up, but I'll show you that shortly. Okay, the little surprise that we're going to have inside is going to be a little baby pram. So this would be, I make a lot of these cards for new babies and age birthdays and so forth. So what you first need to do is, I've used the Layering Circles framelits, and that's the biggest one in the set. So then divide it into quarters, and we're going to cut out one of those quarters. So I've used the white watercolor pencils. I'm just going to take out that corner. Okay, so there we have the start of our little pram. The next thing we're going to do, this is the fiddliest part as far as I'm concerned. It's we have a piece of our DSP that is 1.5 inches by 7 inches long, and I've scored it at every 1/4 of an inch so that I can concertina it up really tightly, and that's really important for this part. So I'm going to use Tombow. Now what we need to do for this one is our Tombow needs to go you need to really cover this quite well. I've tried lots of other glues, tear and tape, fast fuse and snail, and they tend to make this buckle up, which we don't really want that to happen. So another little bit of glue just along our edges, just to make sure they're going to stay. And I don't mind letting this set a little bit so that it goes nice and sticky, so I don't have to hold it for too long. So this is going to sit along there, and then we're going to buckle, concertina this right up and turn it around, which is really, it's like making those little rosettes, and I haven't found an easy way to do this, so if you come up with something, please let me know. That would be very exciting if you could. And there's our bit of wiggle room with our Tombow. Oops, too much wiggle room. So I'm going to hold that down until it's quite well set. I'm hoping you can see it's a bit shadowy in here today. Okay, so you can see where this is going, I'm sure. It's going to be all sticky now. Okay, so we then need to take a piece of ribbon that I've pre-cut, and that's going to hide our little piece of our top there. So we're going to glue along there and just straight across, and our ribbon will sit on. This is a new velvet ribbon from Stampin' Up, and it's so pretty and soft, and I think it's just ideal for baby cards. I'd really like it in all the colours. I love all the colours. All right, so that's going to sit there, and I'm going to let that sit there until it dries. Then I have, I've made a little bow, and our little bow is just going to sit there and cover up the rest of our mechanics, for want of a better word. I'll see how some Tombow sticks with this one. I'm not sure how it will stick with this velvet ribbon, because sometimes it's a little bit temperamental. And I will just hold that down for a little bit until I can get it at least held on. And I'll trim off those little edges here once that's all nice and dry. I'll leave that sit. And here we have our wheels for our pram. So we're just going to put some Tombow on the top, and that one's going to sit here, more towards the middle than the front or the back. It's a bit unbalanced looking otherwise. Sometimes I do an extra circle on the back and I'll make the pram open up into a little card, which is also a gorgeous idea. There's our other wheel. We have our two centerpieces. And the second one. And I did pre-cut everything because I just thought I didn't want this to be too long for you, otherwise it gets a bit confusing. At least you can pause the video and go back and have a look if you get stuck on something. But you can see how that's coming together now. I'm using our beautiful metallic pearls, which now I'm going to need a pokey tool. Take the smallest one, remove the little backing. Sorry, it's not going to play today. There we go. And that's just going to go right in the middle. Can you see me shaking? This is only my second video and I'm incredibly nervous again. Thank you for watching too. I know it's so hard making videos. I try to do what I try not to do what I don't like when I'm watching videos, and I've watched lots and lots of them, but I can see how it gets when you're making it yourself. So there's the beautiful center of our little pram, and my bow's not sticking. And then what I've done is, from our Pretty Kitty stamp set, I've just fussy cut out the little kitten. And what I'm going to do is just pop, no, that's wrong, pop Kitty on the inside, our pram, with her little head just popping out the side, like that. I think now I'll be able to trim off that piece of ribbon just on the side there. Okay, and I'm actually going to use dimensionals to pop this up in the centre of our little frame. I do love dimensionals, so I tend to be quite generous with them. You can put as many as you like. I just like to make sure everything's really, really, really well stuck. I'd hate to think something fell off in transit or in the post. I'll show you how to make boxes for cards too. There's a great, I'm not sure if it's still available. I'll check for you first. It's called Box Buster. And you put in your measurements and it actually tells you, using your envelope punch board, how to make a box envelope for any size that you like, any size at all. It's amazing and I use it a lot. Okay, so Pretty Kitty is going to sit in the centre there. So there we have our cute little pram as our centerpiece. And then what we're going to do is just down one side, I'm going to put some sticky strip, some tear and tape. Sorry, that's going back a bit, isn't it? Sticky strip, gosh. So I might even put two pieces on this just so there's not any bits hanging out of the... I need to take that off first so that then I can apply the other piece. All the way along that edge. Oops. And then we're going to place this on the back of our card. So we're just going to sit that lined up really nicely on there. I'm going to stick that back down. Once that front's decorated, it looks beautiful. And then when you open it up, you have your gorgeous little Pretty Kitty inside. This can fold back so that you can stand it up as a frame, or it can stand up as a card. And if you decorate the front really beautifully, it's really hard to choose which side you want it to stand up on. So I hope you've enjoyed that today. And yeah, have a go at the little pram because it really is so cute, and I do use it a lot in my baby frames, etc. Have a great day.